understand it. This wasn't the plan. Don't wanna demand it. I've done what I can. And I never mentioned the times you were rude. And I never mentioned when you hate the truth. Scared to lose it all. I won't stand a chance. And I don't wanna fake it. What if I can't walk away? Got me saying away. Hoping I don't make the same mistake. Unresolved, maybe it's madness. I'm begging you, please pick up the call. You're causing me damage. I should've known, wasn't your fault. Don't even matter. I wasn't thinking clear, trying to take it there. if I can't walk away, you got me standing in the rain, hoping I don't make the same mistake. Same mistake. Hoping I don't make the same mistake. I'm just standing in the rain, hoping I don't make the same mistake. Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before.
I don't think he sees the guy right there. Does find the guy planting the bomb. Parlays it into his second. 1v3, looking for the clutch, looking for the last two. He's gonna find one. Another one walks in across.
Absolutely a must-make because of the ease of
easy
them.
What? The rest of his team is slowly collapsing. The Sombra is the last one alive, and Blue with the clutch.
Ella gonna get the Nair, starting out the Nair train. Boy cannot get out of it. What are we gonna see? The forward air, then down air!
Taking some form of space outside the spawn door, but Dragon Blade's gonna look to take it right back with a huge shatter. Oh my god! Another pick! Another pick! Oh, he just keeps going in the fifth! Bang! Hard point in the hand of the other team. Toxic tried to find one, finds a second. Does he get the 30?
Finishes off with the pistol!
The entire team in front of him, and he's gonna find more! The ace, actually!
Push all mid corner, and Gingy staying deep instead of going defensive like usual.
Oh my god, it's kick on Kabu with a 4-piece!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Shenandoah University broadcast. My name is Ben Kincaid, and I am joined by Vitaly Rivera. We have some NACE playoffs coming to you tonight. This is a little bit of a 2-week break right off of NACE.
Yeah.
We had a CCL match last week against Clemson, so we're not rusty, but still a little bit not out of practice. We've been scrimming and doing all the normal practice things, but not like fully in competition yet, right? So we have a good match here against Nicholls State University. So excited to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, this team is going to be really solid. I know that they have been competing at a pretty high level as well against all the other CCL teams. So this should be a pretty good test for us. I know that, like you said, we've been practicing, we've been scrimming, and we had a couple games, in the past few weeks. So we've still trying to keep our gears warm, oiled up, and I mean, these guys are looking pretty good day in, day out.
Yep.
So as long as they are able to just buckle down, play together. I mean, we kind of talk about that a lot, right? Just trying to play together. But if one squad's gonna get it done, I'm pretty sure this one's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, no Steve-O today as well with this NACE roster. We see Vitaly on the screen there. That's,
Dude.
We got Verdi, we have Relic, Toxic, and Mossman today. That is the squad we are running in this first round of the playoffs here. Expecting some big things from the squad, right? But with Steve-O out, who's taking that front foot in this squad?
Yeah, I mean, the person that I really look to the most when it comes to trying to fill in that role is probably Toxic, right? I mean, he is he's a main AR, but he likes to get pretty aggressive, flexible. So he'll probably be one of the main ones shot calling. The other one is probably also Mossman, again, also main AR player. And he does a really good job just because he's able to see more of the map. He's able to get in, power positions and kind of see and dictate the flow kind of, depending on where people are coming from, where, others need to rotate. So, I mean, I think those two are going to be ones that'll try to command the helm this game. Yeah,
I'm excited to kind of see where this goes, right? Because for this NACE squad, this roster that we have right now, this is the highest placement that we've had in NACE so far, top 16. And I believe a win today would lock top 8, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be huge for the program, for this squad as well. We do have maps up and available for you guys to take a peek real quick. Karachi to start on Hardpoint, High Rise, Rio, and then the good old faithful Terminal at the end.
I love me some Terminal. I made a pretty shocked face because of these high rises. And I know that, we kind of talked about it a little bit. We had a little team meeting, trying to go over what maps would be good, what maps would kind of fit our play style. And high rise was one of those that was not necessarily on the bottom, but, we were just more comfortable with some of the other ones. Right. So one of them being Karachi. The other Invasion, which I'm glad we're not seeing any invasion. We saw a lot of that in the beginning half of the season. This time around, we're looking to try and change it up, right? So I think, honestly, this is a really good map pick, especially the high-rise search. I know that typically we've had a really good showcase on search and destroy, especially for this map in particular. And then the control is something that I'm also really excited to see. I know that we've been kind of, going over plans, trying to play and figure out, what the best strategy is. And, of course, a lot of teams prefer to stack on this map. So, I mean, in this game mode in general, I mean, that's just kind of the big part of the game mode. But, yeah, I mean, overall, I love the map pool. And I'm really excited to see a good game.
Yeah, I'm excited for these two back-to-back high rises. Like we said, this squad does very well on that map. Historically has looked very strong on it, especially on the search and destroy side of things. And as well as the control when Steve-O is in. Steve-O's not in today, but everyone kind of pulls weight when it comes to control, especially on this high-rise map. So I'd expect big performances from everyone coming in. And then for the other hardpoint, we have Rio, something that we often see from this squad as well, usually leading off for the first map, and says it's going to be Karachi. Is that a switch up, just not having that first map pick, or is this something that they're looking to capitalize on early on this hardpoint and then fall back on a possible Rio?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the big thing for us is really I assume we were trying to get Rio first, right? But of course, map picks happen, picks and bans. So I'm pretty sure what happened is Karachi is going to be that first one, as we just saw, which is not definitely, again, out of our comfort zone, right? been playing a lot better on this map later on in this season. Earlier in the season, we had, scrimmed, played a few games against some pretty good teams. One of them pretty notable, Mars Hill. And that was unfortunate. But at the same time, again, we really tried to study that, try to figure out how they played, and really just see the flow of the game, right? So I think after some time being able to pick up on that, Karachi is now actually one of our stronger maps for the hardpoint. Of course, I was also a little shocked when I saw the Rio, as you could tell by my face. But yeah, Rio definitely is one of the ones where, again, we can get mixy. We can get in their faces. The spawns seem a lot better on that map as well, and we can read those and manipulate that as well. But yeah, going into this Karachi, I mean, I'm just really hoping that the rotates come in. We get control of the better spawns. So, for example, for this P3 hill here, right? Hopefully we get these yard spawns, which are kind of deeper in that map area where that flaming car was. Because then it's just a lot easier for us to hold. We can hold them pushing up, trying to take space. But yeah, that's, I think, a really good map pool.
Yeah, and for hardpoint as a whole, right? Rotations are really the name of the game. When you look at, it's just a king of the hill pretty much, kind of like Control, except you're going at 250 points. Each second is a point. So just having that time on point and getting these rotations, these early rotations when these points become unlocked is something that you're trying to look for, right? Especially when you have maybe one or two players kind of sitting on that expiring point and then those two players already rotating over to that second site, that P2, P3, wherever it may be. Having that early touch is something that you're looking for to set up early and really hold these power positions that you like so much to talk about, when it comes to Call of Duty. Having those lines of sights with where these contests have to come through from Nicholls State here is going to be something huge for SU.
I mean, I really think that, as to what you said, as long as we're able to rotate, figure out how the team likes to play. And it's going to be really tough because, again, we actually haven't gone against this team. I don't believe we've also scrimmed them as well, so this will be a first for the both of us, right? Trying to figure out each other's pacing, trying to figure out where we like to play, what's our comfort areas. Of course, a lot of teams like to have top third control. That's just like obviously the most popular spot on the map, especially for like P1 hill, P4 as well. I mean, it's just a really good spot. It's actually this right here. And then again, I mean, if we can really play together, that's also another big thing, right? So, having these big plays, have one going off into Narnia or trying to have the earliest rotation possible is really good. But if we can try and, again, just play together, try and rotate together and everything, I'm pretty sure we'll outslay them for sure. Yeah,
and that's something that this team does well, right? Especially between Mossman and Relic. They've played forever together, right? So they have that synergy working with this AR on Mossman and the sub role that Relic tends to play here for this squad. They just bounce off of each other. The communication is really smooth. So having those two clicking together is something that really just elevates this SU squad, right? But when you look on the side of Toxic and Verdi as well, Verdi goes crazy. Right. He can pick up some huge kills, some huge 1v2, 1v3 scenarios to really hold down some points and hold down, especially if you see him in Search and Destroy and Control. He goes crazy a little bit.
Yeah. He definitely has a history of tactical shooters. CS:GO was actually one of the first games he played here, I believe. And then him and I also played a ton of Valorant together. Not necessarily competing, for the school. I mean, I know we were on the same roster, of course, during our Valorant time. But, I mean, he just has a really big brain when it comes to Search and Destroy. He understands, where people like to go, how to play off of certain utility, for example. Like if there's a smoke being thrown, stun, whatever, anything helps, right? So having that kind of background knowledge definitely helps. And also to kind of add on to your point about chemistry, Verdi and Toxic also have played on a team together back in, I don't remember which Call of Duty, but they definitely played together at some point. So they know each other's tendencies as well. Everyone, I assume, is going to be definitely slotting in well. We've seen this roster play multiple times throughout the semester, and it's been a really good showing. Of course, there are teams that unfortunately are just extremely good who have potential challengers / pro players or ex-pro players, right? So it is really good to see that although you know, we go against those kinds of players and teams, you know, we still try to play at our own strengths, try to, you know, do well under that adversity.
Yeah, and with being at this kind of high, elevated level of play, right, you're playing people like Mars Hill.
Right.
Very, very strong teams. And you're able to learn from them, right? You're able to take some of those tactics that really put you behind and really see, okay, where did they take this rotation? What is this angle that they're holding to really lock down this contest that we've been trying to go for in this map? And being able to take stuff from that and learn from it and then implement it in your games further on is something that this SU squad has been able to do very well. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. We have a little bit of technical difficulties hopping in to game here. Hopefully we can get in very shortly. But what are you thinking for the overarching theme of this series?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's going to be a really close game. We're fairly even in terms of rank, I believe. Yeah. And when it comes down to it, we really just want to, again, be more coordinated. Of course, we have the ability to try and have these big one-off plays, right? But again, just being able to have that confidence in each other and playing with each other is, I feel like, where that difference is going to really shine through. And as we see, Nicholls State is currently up 35 seconds on P1, but Shenandoah is currently getting control of P2.
Yeah, the rotation already coming through to P2 for SU. Shakies will be able to take out Relic in the meantime. VOD, however, trying to hold this angle, unable to do so. CMAC, however, will fall to Mossman. The answer coming back, P2 control solely. It's going to be up to Mossman to come up with a huge hold here for SU.
Yeah, Mossman gets one, is able to get two. Oh my gosh, he needs one more. And now they're contesting. Mossman just staying alive, trying to play his life. And we have help. VOD trying to clear that up. As Relic goes down, VOD able to get one. Can he get the second as Mossman punches CMAC down and gets a second?
Yeah, a huge hold coming through from Mossman. They're 5-1 now on the KD. 5-kill streak here. A good P2 hold coming through from SU so far. 30 seconds still on this P2 site, but it looks like Nicholls State is kind of rotating over towards where this P3 is going to be located. SU as well. Mossman is going to sit on this point, soak up any remaining time here, and practically tie this one up for SU.
Yeah, Toxic had a massive flank being able to get CMAC, but Kraz was able to trade that out as Relic also was able to get a pick as Kraz was able to get that trade. Mossman still good for one more kill as she's trying to get that cruise, and we are currently tied up. However, Nicholls State does have P3, so now it's just really a matter of trying to break together. Hopefully we're able to have a bait and switch out of Mossman here, trying to get that last kill, able to get that kill for the cruise. Now we're trying to break through as Mossman is inside door and the pinch is about to happen.
Yeah, great patience coming through from Mossman. They're able to wait for CMAC to take that angle. Now both laying down. Mossman thinks he's still in the same area, but no, not able to win out that gunfight. But VOD, again, on a huge rotation, almost does not get the kill onto Kraz. CMAC and Nino, however, will answer back with kills onto VOD and Relic. Mossman finding the head across the map, finding two, CMAC and Nino falling, but Kraz able to answer back in response. But this P3 control back over Toxic now, soaking up any remaining seconds on this point. 86 to 55 rotations now coming through for P4.
Yeah, and we're looking for Shakesy in that short as he is able to get two. VOD, though, able to clean that up, try and just clear out this new hill as we do see CMAC trying to play this top market area. VOD able to spot it out, but not able to get that kill as Relic trying to clean it up, is able to beam CMAC from a reasonable, great distance. But unfortunately, Relic does go down to Kraz as Nicholls State again have this new hill.
VOD now coming up to contest against Kraz here. Possibly they don't see each other just yet. Will be able to spot it out. VOD getting one, Mossman as well. Toxic finding the other. Shake Easy going down. Nino answers back onto VOD, but Relic able to spot them out and maintain control now of this point. Toxic now going hunting with the pistol, finds Kraz on the ladder. Toxic now trying to find this angle, this flank. VOD will go down. CMAC finding two, but still possession of this point in favor of SU. 98 to 80, now 18-point difference, but now Mossman going down. The pinch coming through, but no one rotating on to this P4. P5 control is the name of the game right now.
Yeah, Shakesy already has control of top bed as Shenandoah is looking to try and break through bottom towards his vending area. CMAC able to pick up Toxic, now putting them in a 3v4 situation. We do see Nino just on the island area trying to just hold any flanks that he can. And we do see trophies up, and we're trying to break through as the cruise comes through. Toxic trying to get something going as Relic is trying to get the trade. Unfortunately, Kraz and Shakesy are able to get their kills, and that is 30 seconds for Nicholls State.
Yeah, Shakesy and Kraz able to pick up 2 kills apiece there. Toxic now trying to contest yet again on to Kraz here. Not able to find a kill just yet. Will try to contest, but again, CMAC in position. Relic able to answer back to Kraz. Still just in this kind of shed area position. Able to get one. Shake Easy able to get the other one onto Mossman as well. This P5 not going the way of SU, but now rotates coming through again for this P1.
Yeah, rotates are looking really good. We do see CMAC trying to play towards this market area as Shenandoah is able to spot out CMAC, and we see Verdi on this top third area as Relic is able to pick up Nino as well. And now we see Shenandoah trying to get some time and potentially looking to hold these spawns. We do see Nino off spawn trying to pinch towards this top fire area. We see Shakesy trying to just play towards this market, push through street. And Nino is through. Big fight here. Nino is able to win that as Toxic also goes down, getting a 4 down for Nicholls State.
Yeah, SU looked like they had a good setup there on P1, but just unable to win out on these gunfights. Nicholls State able to clear the board and maintain and regain possession of this P1 now. SU trying to re-engage, but with 20 seconds left on this point, they are going to possibly rotate over. At least they are hovering like they are going to over to this P2 position yet again. Toxic and Relic over in that general area yet again. Toxic possibly looking to set up Mossman, trying to find that pick, but Kraz is able to beat him out through that window. Now Verdi will be able to answer back. Kraz will fall. Verdi in a nice position here to possibly find some kills. Shakesy able to find Relic in the meantime. CMAC as well, getting Verdi off of that flank position there, covering those holds. Now it's up to Toxic and Mossman to save the day.
Mossman able to pick up the person on flank as there's only one more left for Nicholls State, and I believe Verdi is able to pick that up. Now we're trying to just push through as we do see Relic trying to push their spawns out, trying to just get aggressive here. Is he able to get one? Is he able to recognize that there's a second person? Almost gets the second person as Verdi's trying to slip through, play for these spawns, and we do see a big fight happening here for the 8, and CMAC is able to win that as Nicholls State, I believe, is going to have the new rotation. Oh, but we do spawn yard, and we're seeing now that Nicholls State has to play extremely passive. We see CMAC needs to play his life back there.
Yeah, CMAC, however, able to pick up the kill onto Mossman in that back site of P3 there. Now it's up to Toxic. If he's able to find the kill, we'll be able to find one. CMAC will fall. Now Verdi on the flank, able to answer back onto Nino as well. Kraz, however, will get the pick on to Verdi. No one on this P3 just yet, but Nicholls State looking primed and ready to take control.
We do see Shenandoah trying to push towards this market area as that's where they're spawning. We see CMAC trying to just play towards this middle area, just trying to get any sort of cutoffs. Toxic is getting full stun, and that push out through mid is not going to be activated as CMAC is able to actually get one onto Relic, and Mossman is there for the cleanup.
Mossman in a good position to get that crossfire going, able to pick up 2 there. Verdi getting Shakesy as well. Possibly a second, but no. Kraz able to win out that gunfight on the stairs there, but 18 seconds left. Only down about 40 points. Not too terrible on the side of SU. Very, very much in striking distance. If they can have a huge P4 here, what they are rotating over to try to get control over Mossman, able to find one on the CMAC. Relic as well onto big. Nino. That is control now of this P4 area. If they can find Shakesy, they won't be able to do so. Verdi will fall, but they still have this high kind of position. Relic able to find one. CMAC will fall now, recognizing the rotate over. Able to find 2. Shakesy as well will fall. Toxic finding Nino as well. Huge hold in. Great push from SU.
Yeah, you called it. Those rotations and picks were huge. They were able to get some time on there. Verdi's able to stay in cash. Unfortunately, it does go down to Shakesy. Now we see Nicholls State is getting a lot more control, trying to regain that momentum. But we do see the side of Shenandoah already rowing towards this new site as CMAC does go down. Now we have 20 seconds left just to set up, try and play for this new hill. As we do see Kraz trying to break through as well, but Relic is in a great spot right now.
Yeah, Relic does have a nice spot up in this bedroom area. We'll be able to find one onto Nino. Verdi as well, finding a kill onto C-Mac in the meantime. This control, but Kraz with the cruise will able to find 2 onto Verdi and Mossman. A huge pickup from Nicholls State.
Yeah, Relic is trying to just play his life up top, and they are starting to set up trophies as we do see Toxic trying to just play his life. Verdi and Relic able to get their picks as Relic is needing to stay alive here, trying to just play the time. And we do see Verdi playing this outer angle here, and they're just trying to stay alive to get this time.
Yeah, just trying to soak up any time they can. Deny Nicholls State any seconds, only 21 seconds away from being able to take this map. Number 1, Verdi and Relic finding kills onto Kraz and Nino, respectively. Mossman still holding this doorway angle. Shakesy able to come in, won't be able to find a kill. The trade will come through. Verdi, Toxic able to answer back. Relic as well, finding Kraz. A good hold on to this P4 now. The P5, excuse me, rotate now onto this P1. Nicholls State already setting up, but Relic already able to find that early pick onto C-Mac. Shakesy trying to find one onto Relic as well. Will be able to do so. Toxic now in a good position to find this flank opportunity and now set up for a second hold here for P1.
Yeah, we do see Nino on the flank, able to get one onto Verdi, as now they're starting to take control. That was actually a big flank on Nino, as Relic is just trying to play his life. Almost gets the second onto Shakesy as Mossman looking to try and push that person out of top fire, and they're now challenging time. This is massive. Mossman needs to stay alive here. Toxic able to get 2, and I mean, this is an extremely close game.
C-Mac is in a good position here, but they know where they are. Verdi holding that angle, now opting to go up high, still holding that angle, that rubble, that destruction through that wall. C-Mac able to find that kill. Shakesy and Kraz as well able to find one of their own. 3 seconds now. Mossman has to try to get on the site, will be unable to do so. A close map 1, but nevertheless going over to Nicholls State.
I mean, again, that was just a really close game. Both teams did really well. I mean, I saw we were trying to have those early rotations, and it looked actually pretty good. It was really just a matter of what we were holding, right? And sometimes we were able to slip through those cracks, similar to actually what just happened in that last hill, right? As Nino was able to flank through towards that P3 area, go up the steps, and actually get a massive pick, because if Verdi stays alive there, you know, it's a lot tougher for them to even push out onto the site. I mean, he's able to just look over the entire map. But that was a really good play by Nino and Nicholls State to be able to just kind of regain that control. I mean, P5 is one of those hills where if you have control and you have the trophy set up and everything, you know, in an ideal world, right? It's really good for those teams to potentially even get a 60 hill, right? But they also had a cruise, so that also put a wrench in the plans. But, I mean, that was still a really good showing from both teams, right? Being able to just play together, trying to get those early rotates, as we saw. But now we're talking about search and destroy. And this is where I feel like, you know, our team really shines bright is in these situations, right? We're down 1 map. We sometimes could get a little flustered, but that's not going to offset, you know, what the main goal is, right? And that's just to lock it back in and just try and really regain, play together. This is a map mode where, you know, you can actually go for, you know, big solo plays, right? You're trying to be able to get these flanks. And there's a lot of nice routes that you can do, especially if, you know, the other team isn't holding those particular routes, right? So if Shenandoah is able to recognize that and be able to capitalize off of that, I think this is going to be going in Shenandoah's favor.
Yeah, a very, very close hard point, 250 to 232. You can see the scoreline there on your screen. But like you said, moving over to the search and destroy onto this high rise, something that we've seen all members of this COD team, this COD roster that we have going here, perform very, very well on. And props to Mossman in map 1 as well. He went pretty crazy. He was going hard for sure on that hard point, right? But unable to bring it back there for SU. But now we move over to the search and destroy. 1 life, 1 death, you're done. This is almost kind of SU's comfort zone, right? Sometimes they will lose this map 1 hard point, but they were able to bring it back very strong on the search and destroy and on this control to these 2 maps, of which on high rise, something that they were very, very comfortable with and have played quite often.
Exactly. And actually one big thing that that I feel like we do really well on is just trying to come up with you know, unique plans, right? Like there's a lot of times where teams will either hit a regular default push or just trying to, again, play pretty passive and just get control of the entire map first before they do anything. But Shenandoah really likes to try and be creative, right? And that's where a lot of times we'll have those success in those maps and in this mode in particular, no matter what map mode, right?
Yeah.
Again, there are obviously different conditions where if your shooting is not really that great, right? If you're not able to shoot straight, if you're not able to pick up on certain cues, right? But that's kind of what I was talking about earlier, is we have VOD and we have Toxic that are actually really, really strong in Search and Destroy. And then we have guys like MWIII, who, I mean, again, you saw the showing. He is able to play well. He's shooting really well right now. And as long as he's able to continue that, I mean, also hats off to MWIII and Relic. They're really, really solid on Search and Destroy. So I think this, I'm not necessarily too nervous, of course. Again, this is still a really good team that we're going against, but it really is just going to come down to the minute details if we want to try and bring this map home.
Yeah, Search and Destroy, all 4 of these players very seasoned on this game mode, right? Specifically, I look at VOD when we come to Search and Destroy, because he tends to play a little bit aggressive, but it often kind of pays off.
Yeah.
Right? He goes for these kind of helipad kind of holds in these areas, looking through onto elevators and stuff like that, and is able to pick up kills, right? And doesn't get traded back. He often finds 1 or 2 before he does go down, and then that sets up MWIII, who tends to hang back, hold these really long angles with the AR to really just find someone out of position, hold where this bomb site is, and just predict the movement from the opposition. And he does that very, very well. And that's something that I'd like to see coming out from the squad.
I mean, I'm also really excited to see what Nicholls State have to offer, right? I mean, again, they were able to play really well together. That was very apparent.
Yeah.
They're just able to play off of each other. They played a little different, which was actually something that I really enjoyed seeing. So hopefully that is able to translate into Search and Destroy. Of course, different game mode, but potential similar tendencies, right? So we could potentially see that aggression kick into this game mode specifically. Again, it really just depends on how the game is playing out, right? And a lot of times teams will like to try and plant towards the B bomb site, only because, again, there is more cover. Yes, the defending team does get there first, of course, but as long as you're able to, again, like trade out those angles or picks, if you're able to have certain areas of the map under control, you get some pretty easy bomb plants, and that's where hopefully this team is able to do that, right? Actually, one thing I want to talk about was Relic, and he's going to be playing a little bit different role today than he's typically used to. And that's going to be bomb carrier. So he's going to be, I believe, more of the bomb carrier this time around. He's probably going to also try and have a smoke with him as well, which is allowed only in Search and Destroy. But yeah, I think that's going to be a different play style for him, but I think he can adapt extremely well.
Yeah, and something with Search and Destroy is, if you find that pick early, you're at such a huge advantage, right? If you can find that early, have that early pick, that Relic and MWIII often do kind of look for these long angles looking over into enemy spawn, right? Just trying to find this peak, find that angle, and try to find that early pick. That's game-changing in a mode like Search and Destroy, right? Because if you have that 4-3 advantage, then you can really play at your own pace, right? And really go in, try to hold these angles, and really you can get aggressive a little bit, right? If you want to swing out and try to just contest these angles that they're holding, because they know one person's holding this long angle. I don't know where the other 3 could be right now, but they're focused on where that kill happened, and that can sometimes scramble enemy teams, right? And kind of just phase you. And then you're not expecting this aggressive swing on the left or the right side, wherever that pick, the opposite of that pick, was found at, right? So that's something that MWIII often looks for, something that Relic often looks for, and then VOD and Toxic often kind of play in that kind of mid-ground and that underneath side of this map, right? So just kind of hunting, waiting for a time to strike, right, to try to pick up these kills and really swing these rounds in SU's favor.
And that's another thing, actually, that's really important about this map specifically, is the verticality, right? We saw it in Karachi, which is also another aspect of Search and Destroy, is just a map that has verticality, right? So you can really look down on a lot of angles. For example, what you mentioned was there's like an underground area, right? And if you're able to have control of that, especially if you're on the defensive side, right, that just allows for other players to look in other areas of the map, and they don't have to worry about it, right? They don't have to worry about a potential flank, a push, whatever that case may be. But if you're on attack, it's pretty tough to try and get some space going. You know, one of the ways that, at least personally, I think is best is trying to get top heli control.
Yeah.
If you're able to get up there first, which you're typically able to most of the time, I believe you get up there first. I could be wrong in terms of timing, but if you're able to oversee the map in that aspect, you know, that's still a lot of really good coverage on the map that you can probably say, hey, there's one playing in their spawn. There's one playing, you know, towards like their top pit area, for example. But being able to have that kind of knowledge and just being able to kind of assess the map is the biggest part of this entire series. If we're not able to do that, of course, that's just going to be going against us, right? And that's what I don't think is going to happen. Of course, I think this team is really good on trying to pick up on that, on where these enemies are playing, what their tendencies are like. And this is first to 6 rounds. So we have time, you know, to kind of feel out where they're playing. Of course, we don't want to try and give into how they're playing, right? But try and use that information to our advantage and then progress that way.
Yeah, something about Search and Destroy, right, is that it can go quick, but it can go pretty long as well, right? If you have these long rounds or these just long series in general, if you get on into these 4-4, 5-5 scenarios, right? You can adjust. There's a lot of time to adjust between this attacking and defending side when it comes to Search and Destroy, because maybe the first 2 rounds, they don't go your way, and then you are able to then adjust to what went wrong and really blow this one back and really bring it back to that 2-2, to that 3-2 back in your favor, right? Because we've seen Search and Destroy go all sorts of ways, excuse me. We've seen 6-0s, we've seen 6-5s, we've seen a whole lot of action in these rounds, right? So I'd expect to see something kind of slow to begin with, kind of feeling out what these playstyles are going to be, but I wouldn't mind a little bit of early aggression coming through from the Hornets.
I think one of the big ways that that's going to happen, though, is through those smokes, right? So as long as Relic is able to utilize that, you know, every round, whether that be offensively, defensively, whether he's in a pinch, for example, right? You can definitely use that for himself. And it's good to kind of play selfishly in these moments, especially when, you know, you don't know what's going on the map. Trying to just play for yourself, you know, hey, this is what I have, right? Whatever you guys have, but I have control of this area, for example, and, you know, that's really what we're trying to see when it comes to their gameplay. And we do see already Nicholls State trying to play for this top heli control, and the bomb's actually already up top.
Nicholls on the attacking side to begin with. A little stun going off across onto Toxic there, trying to get some damage back across, unable to find the kill just yet with the bomb already planted onto this B site. Now a retake is inevitable, right, for SU if they are able to find an early pick, and they will be able to do so onto C-Mac. Relic able to take that one out.
Yeah, and we do have that smoke still that we could use. Unfortunately, Relic tries to get a little aggressive and does get taken out. Toxic trying to just get that trade, able to spot out Shakesy, but Verdi does go down to Nino, and now it's a 2v1 situation, and they get it done. First round goes to the side of Shenandoah.
And I love the patience there from Toxic, right? Dropping down onto that kind of HVAC area and then rotating back around that side wall. Not getting too aggressive, not getting too overzealous, just waiting patiently, knowing that they are here. They're going to try to find this rotation and then just look for it. Clean 2 kills from Toxic there and a clean round 1 from SU.
Yeah, I'm hoping, and actually, honestly, what we saw there too, right? Like we talked about in the beginning, they got top heli control. They're able to kind of see over the map. They threw a smoke and they got really aggressive and planted on that B bomb site, which is great for them. But again, they were kind of just in a jumble or in a mix, right? So as long as they were able to play a little bit more patient, right, that probably would have been a better outcome.
Yeah, Verdi now trying to find these long angles. Shakesy in position, doesn't recognize it just yet. Verdi able to duck behind cover with 40 HP remaining up on Protein is Shakesy. Trying to find those kills. Mossman able to find one onto Nino, almost swinging onto Shakesy as well. Will fall, however. Relic now climbing up this ladder onto this point. Kraz and Verdi finding trade. Still 2v2. Kraz, C-Mac, Verdi, and Relic. The bomb still in possession of the Hornets here. Verdi trying to find this angle, trying to slide into the elevator, unable to do so. The plant now coming down from Relic. This is going to have to be huge from SU.
I believe C-Mac is going to pick that up. Yep, he's able to look into that drop out as they are able to tie it up 1-1. And I mean, again, it's really tough to try and push through I'm not sure if we used a smoke there, and that's probably maybe one thing that we could have done a little different. Especially, again, that's like a really important piece of utility. You only have one. Actually, I'm not sure if you're... I'm pretty sure you could have more than one, but it's GA'd, meaning, you're not kind of gentleman's agreement, right?
Yeah.
So I believe it's only one smoke for these games. But again, that's, again, a big piece of utility that hopefully we could see here.
Yeah, Shenandoah now back on this defensive side. Shakesy is going to be the one with the bomb yet again, hovering towards this B site. Relic getting a little bit aggressive, already pushing up to this B area, trying to hold this angle, trying to pick up Nino here, but not peeking just yet. Everyone playing slow Call of Duty. Shakesy still hanging back towards the attacking spawn. C-Mac trying to find these angles, and Nade possibly getting cooked, getting tossed out, won't connect on anybody just yet. Now the move coming through from Nicholls State, looking over towards his A site.
And this is where, yes, they are looking for this A side. I believe they're trying to hit this out fast. And they only have one person looking over, as Mossman, unfortunately, is not able to get one. Toxic, though, potentially going to be looking over, trying to get some sort of control. They know that they're not planning, but Verdi able to get that pick with that nade.
Huge nade onto Shakesy there from Verdi. Now Nino kind of in a tough spot. We see Verdi might be able to find this kill onto Nino. If they do swing out, they will do so. We'll be able to find the kill. 3v2 now in favor of the Hornets. The bomb is picked up, however, by C-Mac. Now just trying to find the angle to try to find this plant. Verdi recognizes the rotation, will be able to win the gunfight. That is bomb in possession of SU. It's all up to Kraz. Has to come up huge for Nicholls State in this helipad, but with 10 seconds left, going to possibly just play their life. Will forfeit this round number 3, and it'll go to 2-1 in favor of SU.
And honestly, that's a pretty smart play, trying to just play your life. I mean, he's starting to build up the kills for a cruise, potentially, so hopefully, if you're in Nicholls State, that's what you're playing towards, is that cruise. That's a really, really big piece of information. Is with using that cruise, you can even get a kill with it, of course. So trying just to play for that is pretty smart. But we do see Verdi trying to push out, maybe hopefully get some aggression towards this pit area.
Relic again with the bomb, trying to find that kill on Nino, unable to do so. Will duck back behind cover in time to stay alive. 69 HP on the side of Mossman, 65 on the side of Verdi. Will be able to heal up a little bit. Nino, however, able to swing out, find that kill onto Relic. Shakesy will fall, however, to Mossman. Toxic, a good read, kind of watching this angle that C-Mac was playing as. Verdi now finding the angle that Nino is looking at as well, able to pick up the kill. 3v2 situation. Again, it's Kraz and C-Mac, the two left standing for Nicholls State, but Kraz has a nice angle here on this crane.
Yeah, we see Toxic trying to clear this guy out of their spawn, and Toxic's able to do so, now leaving Nicholls State in a 1v3 situation. Kraz, it does go down, and that secures the round for Shenandoah.
Yeah, great slow approach here from SU on this attacking side. I love the play, right? They're just kind of trying to find these angles and play slow. And when they're able to pick up these kills, they're able to just recover and just keep the ball rolling. They're not getting too over-aggressive, not too overzealous, but they're not playing too passive either. They're playing a nice, steady pace right now, and Nicholls State unable to respond 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, we saw that aggression come out of Nicholls State as they were trying to just push through, get some sort of aggression, but Verdi able to clean that up as, again, that was essentially securing the round for them.
Yeah.
As we do see they're trying to play towards this B area. Shakesy trying to get aggressive here, and I don't believe that they know, but Toxic is able to pick up one onto Nino.
Yeah, Toxic finding that early pick indeed. We see Mossman again just hovering over towards this A site. 3 sent towards B. Mossman, the lone one, really hovering and waiting for, just watching any rotation that could come over to this A site. The rotation from Nicholls State not coming through just yet. Toxic able to find 2. C-Mac as well will fall to Toxic's rifle. Playing very, very strong right now. Shakesy now trying to find these angles, trying to find these kills, but in a 4v2 situation, it's looking tough for Nicholls State right now.
Yeah, we see Toxic trying to just check that bottom pit area, and unfortunately does go down as that streak is now lost. But we still have Verdi's streak that could potentially be in effect, as they're not able to see anything, but Mossman might have the sense of urgency. There's 25 seconds left. The only place that they could go at this moment is A, and MWIII would pick that up. The window's shattered. They know that he's there. Now it looks for Kraz, and Kraz is able to get taken out. MWIII playing extremely safe, but at the same time netting the big round.
Yeah, I mean, MWIII just filling his role to perfection, right?
Yeah.
He knows that he's going to sit on A all round and not move.
Yep.
Right? And that nets SU a 3-round lead, I believe 4-1 now for SU, and 2 kills over to MWIII as well, padding the stats a little bit. Great play coming through from SU as they now rotate back over to this attacking side. Excuse me.
Right, and VOD has that 4 kills again. MWIII able to pick up those big 2, trying to also get a cruise. And this is looking like a really solid showing from the side of Shenandoah.
Trophy coming out already, a hard A push coming through from SU, trying to get this plant. MWIII finding that angle that Nino was looking at, but able to lose that gunfight. Nino winning out for Nicholls State. Relic still has the bomb over towards this A site, but now Nino finding another one. Bomb down. Now Toxic needs to go huge, trying to recover this bomb. Shakesy will find VOD as well. 1v4 situation now for Toxic. Found 2 in the last round. Knows where Shakesy is. Trophy not yet going to come down. A clean round from Nicholls State there, a flawless one, but hey, it happens. You're still up 2 rounds, now rotating back over to that defensive side. Brush it off, take it easy, no harm, no foul, you're good.
Yep, all we need is 2 more defensive rounds, and we are securing this map too.
Yep.
But again, that's if we win those 2 defensive rounds. Of course, we also have attack, but on this map, it's really nice to just be able to sit back, relax, and kind of let them play into your line of sights.
Yep. Setting up this defense again is SU. Expect MWIII to go hover around this A site yet again. Trophy coming out from Toxic already, throwing out the nades as well, trying to get some chip damage onto Nino here. Won't connect just yet. See Nicholls State pushing up to B. Relic recognizing that this push is coming through, will opt to play safe and wait for Nicholls State to come to him. Playing on this side, playing patient, not pushing anything really, just waiting patiently for these kills to drop. We see Toxic in a great position, not able to find the kill onto Shakespeare. He had the read, but decided to check another angle just in case, and that's just a timing diff right there. Relic, however, possibly able to pick up this kill onto C-Mac, not just yet, will be able to finish it off with the pistol. That one got a little bit shaky, but Nino and Shakesy able to pick up MWIII and Relic. In the meantime, it's all up to VOD now. Knows that this flank is coming through from Nino. Knows that MWIII went down in the defending spawn. Just does peek to maybe see ahead there. Won't be able to pick up the kill just yet. Pistol out. VOD trying to go huge. The plant now coming down onto the A site. Now rotating all the way around is VOD. Has to come up big here for SU to keep this game in check.
Yeah, and this is going to be a really tough defense to break. I mean, he's trying to just play for these kills, trying to end these streaks. Again, 2 players are actually close to a streak, and we do see 1 go down, streak out. Now we just need 1 more potentially. We have 25 seconds. VOD is actually able to do this. He was able to clear out his bottom heli. Oh, he had a feeling, but it was not there as they were able to get that pick.
Yeah, VOD had the read under that heli stairs there. Shakesy, however, just barely able to win out that gunfight, shooting the body of VOD just a little bit more than VOD was able to shoot him. 4-3 now, still in favor of SU, rotating back now onto this attacking side. Getting a little bit shaky, but still no need to panic just yet. You still have that 1-round lead, rotating back now onto this attacking side, but Nicholls State coming back alive.
Yeah, we see Shakesy 2 off from that cruise. Really big round for Nicholls State to potentially bring them to that 4-4. I think what they're trying to do is just play towards this B-bomb site. Just get a little bit aggressive here. Really trying to get a good angle. They're able to have that pressure up top. And now we see Bomb is just staying still in the pit. We're just waiting for a pick, which is actually a really good play. And we just have to play our lives.
C-Mac able to find the kill onto VOD. However, that is not what you wanted to see if you are SU. Toxic, however, possibly finding this angle onto C-Mac. Will be able to pick up the kill. Maybe a second one as well. The pistol comes out, finding 2. C-Mac and Nino dropping to Toxic. A huge trade and a huge response there from Toxic.
Yeah, that was a massive play, and we do see We see Kraz playing in that paint area. We do also see Shakesy playing really close to this B-bomb site, and we have to play this together if we want to win this round. I think Relic is able to see that. I don't know if they realize that. The kills come out. Mossman able to get that trade. Now the 2v1 situation, 17 seconds left. Kraz might be trying to get this pick. Oh, Mossman goes down.
Kraz able to find one. Now it's all up to Toxic. He will have to find 3. Checks the helipad. Not there. Kraz on the rotation now. Rotating back through. Oh, Toxic with the rotation. Unable to pick up the kill just yet. Kraz able to get behind cover. 26 seconds left. Nicholls State. Kraz trying to find it. No one sees each other. Oh, Toxic. I love it. I love the pace, but I can't find the kill just yet. There's 15 seconds left now on this bomb. Kraz has to go for his defuse soon, but Toxic, hit your shots. Come on, man.
Nah, 9 seconds.
You're so
We're good.
close.
8 seconds.
He does get the kill. Wow.
Yeah.
Doesn't get the kill just yet, but stalls just long enough to be able to win the round for SU. 5-3 now in favor of the Hornets.
That was a little bit, my dopamine levels were going through the roof there. I was really thinking that he was going to get those kills, but it just didn't go through. Great plays, though, from Toxic, being able to stay alive, trying to just play his life, and that's actually really a good thing if you're on the side of Shenandoah, right? Trying to just be able to play your life and just check the bomb whenever needed. Yeah,
I love Toxic's play there. He wasn't able to pick up the kill per se, but able to distract and stay alive, right? Didn't push too far forwards while knowing where Kraz was getting set up. Toxic now holding this far angle, trying to pick off Nino yet again. Possibly CMAC as well, but Relic already holding this B site. Mossman again set up on this A, has a perfect look at this ladder. Might be able to see a gun there. Oh, Relic unable to win that gunfight against Shakesy. Had the read, but unable to win it out. Toxic now looking on this B side. Drops down, possibly able to find 2. Not just yet. Nino able to get that response back for Nicholls State. Verdi now knows where CMAC is, looking up by that propane. Take Mossman, able to finish that one off onto CMAC. 2v2 situation. Nino and Kraz against Verdi, and Mossman. Verdi with a huge rotation back on the outside of this building. Mossman knows where Kraz is positioned. Nino able to find the kill onto Verdi.
I love that rap play.
Yes, indeed. The rap play coming through from Mossman. Able to find the kill onto Kraz. Now it's a 1v1 Mossman. Come on, you know where he is. You know where the plan is. Able to find the kill. And that will be the map for SU.
Ooh, that was just really close. I mean, Relic doing what he can on that B-bomb side, able to just play his life, being able to, again, cause that commotion, and Mossman being able to clean that up for the final round. And map 2 goes to Shenandoah.
It got a little shaky there in the middle there. A little shakesy, yeah, a little shakesy. Shakesy was popping off a little bit in that middle part of that map, right? Bringing it back to a 4-3 was Nicholls State, but again, SU able to hunker down, focus up, able to wrap up that map. 6-3, I believe, the final scoreline for that map now. Now we go back to helicopter, right? Helipad. High Rise, that's the one. I knew it was something along those lines. The helicopter was just in my brain. I was like, surely that's the name of the map. No, it's not. It is High Rise. It happens. But we will move over to Control, another very strong map and mode for SU.
Yeah, and that also means we have a confirmed hard point on Rio. So that'll be a really good one. If we're able to clinch this map out, that'll mean really good success for the side of SU, hopefully for this Rio hard point. Now, again, we got to take it step by step. First is High Rise Control, which, again, I feel like we've been doing pretty well on this map. Again, I was a little bit shocked when I saw it. Maybe there might have been a ban from Karachi, which makes sense. But again, being able to just have confidence, play together with your team. We saw how these players like to play. It is going to be, of course, different because there's going to be respawns now. So it's really just how we can get control of the map, right? Are we able to spawn trap them? Are we able to stack when needed? And there's a lot of factors that go into it, but you know, we also just won that second map, so we're going into this with some momentum.
Yeah, so momentum indeed, winning those 2 rounds in a row to solidify a map 2 win. 1-1 now in the series count. Going through some replays here, Toxic with a 2-piece. That was huge for that round. But we go over to control, right? And this is something that really can swing back and forth very, very easily, right? Because you have these respawns, but if you're able to find that spawn camp, right, that is just massive for either side that can get that one locked in. Often we see Steve-O kind of pull out that kind of spawn camp play for the side of the Hornets, but now I'm looking towards players like VOD, like Toxic, to really find these angles, hunker down, and just deny access from Nicholls State.
I think the big thing, too, that you said was really just trying to play these cutoffs. It's going to be really tough to try and do that, especially since that was mainly Steve-O's role, of course, right? Just being able to understand the map, how they're looking to rotate, where they're spawning. So he had a great understanding of that, of course. And now we have guys like VOD and Mossman, Relic, Toxic, who could also pick up on those right when needed. And any one of these guys can definitely do just as good of a job as Steve-O as well. So, you know, it's really just a matter of if they're in the right position to do so, if they're able to play, you know, fundamentally sound, right? That's really the important part of this game mode, is as long as you're able to get the trades, get the kills, you know, it really just depends on how aggressive you want to get.
Yeah, and with a game mode like Control, right, you can get very aggressive. You can split up, right? You can go 2 to A, 2 to B, try to get these kind of ticks onto these points early on, and then overload one side and then rotate over to a point that you already have maybe a tick or two on to seal the deal on your attacking rounds, right? But on these controls, or on the defensive side, excuse me, on Control, right, you often see this even spread, right? You see 1 or 2 going mid and 1 on either side for these points. So just try to cover these early rotations, just get some information of what the attacking side is looking to do.
Yeah, and kind of what you actually brought on, or touched on, was being able to play together, like you said, being able to, on attack side, trying to assert that pressure, because you know there's not going to be 3 towards one side. I mean, unless it's towards the end of the round, you know, they need to touch a site, you know, which one has the most ticks or which one has the most progression, of course, right? So, of course, there are those situational instances where maybe, of course, there's going to be 3, right? But, you know, in the base state of the Control when you first start out, you're correct. You know, we try and just split up, take angles where we can, try and figure out what is best to hold, right? And just kind of play reactionary off of that.
Yeah, definitely just react to the push, hold these angles, right? And if you're able to pick up these kills, just lock it down, right? You know where they're coming from. Just kind of anticipate possible changes and rotations coming through from the attacking side when you're on that defending side, right? Because you are in that kind of split scenario. And if you get picked, the communication has to come through, right? To get this rotation back onto this site, to prevent ticks from coming over onto these sites. And SU has looked very, very strong on controls. And I like them on high rise yet again. Something that they just looked very great on here for Search and Destroy, winning that one 6-3. But yeah, I'm looking to be fairly confident from the players right coming out, especially if they're on this attacking side first. If they can get that momentum continuing through on this attacking side, that would be huge. Yeah,
being able to try and, again, just play to your strengths, trying to play these power positions like I like to talk about, right? Just trying to, again, oversee the map. That's a really big thing too, is if you are able to kind of see over the whole map, again, you'll be able to tell your teammates, hey, let's go, you know, through this way, or, you know, just able to control the flow of the game a little bit better, trying to just close out those cutoff points, those rotates. We do see Shenandoah on the side of attack, so this is going to be going, I believe, towards this B side, of course. Kind of our tried and true on high rise. We like to play through this, and we do see VOD able to pick up 1 on to Shakesy, and VOD able to get 2, and now we start to control this B site, as that's 3 down for the side of Shenandoah.
Yeah, already 1 tick coming through onto this B site. This is exactly what I wanted to see from the Hornets coming out, just playing aggressive, getting these early kills, and forcing Nicholls State to play into you on this defensive side. CMC now on CMAC, excuse me, on that ladder, already able to cap that point. The fast rotation already over to A. This is looking like a very strong start here for SU.
I love how Toxin's trying to just play a little bit aggressive. He does come back, though, for that trophy, and they're able to get all the caps in the world, able to get that contest, though. Relic able to flank, gets the picks when needed, and they're just 1 off. They just need 1 more kill, and that's the probably fastest round of attack I've seen ever.
Yeah, that was a very, very strong opening to control there for SU. Just 4 men. Go B, cap it. Go A, cap it. You can see Mossman having a little bit of fun with the camera there. But yeah, a great opening from SU now on this defending side. I don't know if they want to play it slow, right? You're feeling yourselves right now. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, that was an explosive start from Shenandoah. And Nicholls State, again, hopefully they can react in the same way, try and get a spicy game going as Mossman is able to try and push up a little bit. Toxic able to potentially get one, is able to get one and able to get a second, as now we're looking to push up, trying to get these spawn traps going as we start to clear out this B site. Toxic again pushing up, getting aggressive here. Unfortunately, he does go down.
Toxic, though, being able to pick up these huge picks, too, of their own Relic, able to answer back as well. A minute left. No ticks on any of these sites for Nicholls State just yet. Unable to get these trades in their favor and win out on these gunfights. Toxic, again, finding that angle. 4 HP to his name. Able to stay alive. Trophy coming down the regen as well. Back to full is Toxic, now playing possibly towards his helipad area. Nino will try to slide in, trying to get that angle, but will go down. Toxic again, staying alive. 40 seconds left for Nicholls State to try to find a response.
Yeah, and we do see Toxic going down, but currently having the most kills in the lobby. Mossman unfortunately does go down to CMAC, and now we have Relic just trying to pick up where they left off, as we do see Kraz, though, in their pit, trying to be a menace, and now there's 2 down. They can potentially go to this B site, try and get some caps. Mossman is able to recognize that, and does fall to Shakesy, and now they have control of this B site.
Yeah, Trophy down as well in B side for Nicholls State. CMAC rotating over to this A side as well. It looked like a good, strong hold to begin with SU, but a few gunfights not going their way means that this B cap continues to come through from Nicholls State to rotate the slide through Mossman. Able to find 2, 20 seconds left now. Now on this A site is Shakesy trying to find this kill. Verdi, if he's able to find this one, this might just seal the deal in favor of SU. Will be able to do so. Mossman there to help out as well. But still, these contests, they're trying to split the time amongst B and A here, but not finding any ground.
Yeah, and there's only 8 seconds left. There's no one even close to touching a site. Relic able to clear out the last closest member of Nicholls State, and that's round 2, a decisive round 2.
Yeah, I mean, Mossman, you can see in the player cam, right? Feeling energized, feeling happy, getting fist bumps all around for his teammates there. An insane defensive hold, right? They lost a few gunfights in the middle of that round, right? And Nicholls State were able to get a few ticks onto that B site, but it didn't mean a whole lot, right? Once those respawns came back through, they were able to find these rotations, find these swings. Mossman sitting at 11-4, Toxic 10-4 as well. SU looking super strong right now on high rise.
And Verdi is getting extremely locked in that player cam as they're trying to just go fast A. Again, getting extremely aggressive. Mossman is chowing out a little bit, but I mean, you're up 2 rounds, you're trying to feel yourself. Toxic able to get the clean up there as Verdi and Toxic are the last ones alive, trying to just play their lives actually. Toxic unfortunately goes down, and now they have top heli control as Mossman goes through, slips through, trying to get the second, doesn't get the second one unfortunately, and that is just evening it up for this map so far.
Yeah, Kraz did have to drop down from that helipad area, making their way back up, but Relic is already in position to get that response. Now there's high ground in favor of SU, but Relic and Verdi, Toxic as well, being found out. Mossman able to trade one back, but no tick yet onto either site. Unlike round number 1, right? Shenandoah unable to get anything going just yet. Kraz will blow up Nino, however, probably not what you were looking for on the side of Nicholls State, but possibly not going to mean any harm to them just yet.
And CMAC is just in their back trying to be a menace and is able to get their 3, I believe, as Shakesy is able to pick up Verdi. Verdi, though, is able to get Nino, and they are going into spawn aggressively. CMAC, you see on this aggressive hinge, 20 seconds left. They need a touch of sight if they need to win this map 3-0.
CMAC again from behind, able to pick up 2. They are on this B side. Toxic able to find this kill, possibly onto CMAC. Won't be able to do so. CMAC able to answer back and win the gunfight. Kraz able to find Mossman as well. No one yet touching this B side. Toxic trying to find these kills. They need to find CMAC in this situation. He is going crazy. 5 seconds left. Able to find CMAC. Now an entry possibility onto this B side. Will be able to do so and are able to find the kill. They need to cap this site if they are able to keep this round alive.
Yeah, 2 seconds left. And they slide through. Mossman able to pick up one. CMAC able to get the trade as Nino also is finding his as well. Verdi unfortunately not able to get into that site. But we are now on a defense, and we looked extremely solid on that defense.
Yeah, and props to CMAC in that situation, right?
Yeah.
Able to find so many flanks onto SU, right? Nino there as well. Nicholls State played that defense very, very well, right? SU was not able to find entry onto the B side or the A side. They tried a similar kind of approach with rushing this A side with multiple members, but it didn't work. CMAC able to hold that one down. Still in favor of SU, however, 17-10 is Mossman leading the way here for the Hornets. And like you said, on this defending side, it's going to be hard for Nicholls State to bring this one back.
We see that they're just trying to force some utility out. They already have Trophy out, trying to just get some sort of aggression. We do see CMAC already pushed up into their pit, potentially going to be going on the massive flank. I have no idea where this guy is. And we see Shakesy getting a big pick. Toxic though able to get one, not able to get the second as Nino picks up Toxic, and CMAC is on the flank.
Again, CMAC, again, just in these positions. Relic being patient, able to pick up Kraz, possibly now looking for Shakesy as well. Shakesy able to find that slide, get the kill onto Relic, but CMAC will fall. Great pickup there for SU, and now contesting this B site. They have to find this kill onto Nina. Will be able to do so is Mossman, and now being able to hold this B site. The cruise missile will be able to find one, however, CMAC able to pick that one up, but still no tick coming through yet onto the site.
Yeah, everyone's able to kill really well, as you do see Verdi trying to just back out, play their life, and we see Mossman on the flank. Toxic able to get one on Nino, and we are trying to just break through. Verdi trying to slide through, able to get that trade. Now we're looking for these spawn kills as Shakesy is able to get one and is just being a menace in their pit.
Relic unable to find Nino in that situation, possibly be able to find CMAC, not just yet. Shakesy able to bring out the pistol and find Verdi in response. 30 seconds left now. Mossman unable to find that kill. Relic now trying to peek that angle, but not just yet. A nade coming out now. Split time here coming through from Nicholls State. Able to find members on A, on B. SU feeling a little bit scattered. Cruise missile kills 2, but only 1 on the side of Nicholls State. There, Kraz and Nino able to pick up those kills as well on that A site. And right now, the contestant from Mossman coming through. Nino able to pop up from behind those barrels yet again. A great attack from Nicholls.
And the split cap is looking really good as Verdi is able to clean that up on A, and they're just capping B, trying to secure that. They have time. Mossman able to get that kill going up top onto B from Shakesy, and Kraz picking up Relic. Now CMAC is able to get Mossman, and this is just starting to look downhill for the side of Shenandoah.
Yeah, Toxic able to pick up the kill onto CMAC, but 2 members already on this A site for Nicholls State. Looks like the cap is going to come through, tying it up at 2 apiece. Now SU needs to come up big on their attacking side.
And this sudden death is really dependent on who got the most caps, right? So we did have Shenandoah, I believe, capping both attacks. I could be wrong.
I don't believe they capped one of them. I think they won 1 defense and 1 attack.
That's right, that's right. So it's really just dependent on who is able to get the most caps during this time. And of course you want to be on that defensive side. I mean, it's just a really easy time. Well, easier time, I should say, right? And we see Shenandoah on the attack side, and this is going to be a battle, an uphill battle, but not impossible.
Yeah, not impossible at all. SU looking towards this B push. 3 members going through this long angle through this HVAC kind of area. Shakesy able to find up 1 kill, however, on to Verdi. Mossman and Relic trying to find these kills in this underside of the map, but unable to do so just yet. Shakesy, Nino will kill Shakesy, however. That could be a huge opening that SU was looking for.
We see the guy B Street is able to get a pick as Mossman able to get that trade, but unfortunately the side of Nicholls State is currently just too powerful, and the trades came out in their favor.
Yeah, not able to get that tick onto B either. Painful realization here coming through from SU. 1 minute remaining on the clock. Verdi able to find that kill onto Kraz. Mossman on the site. CMAC has been going crazy on the later half of this map. CMAC 18 and 18 right now for Nicholls State, 19 and 14 on the side of Shakesy as well. The swing from Verdi, possibly able to pick up that kill, will be able to do so. Now the tick possibly coming through Nino as well. Verdi in position, but Shakesy able to find that kill in response. Still no tick in favor of SU.
Yeah, we have 35 seconds to get something going as we do see Toxic able to get on this site. Not able to get the person top hit as CMAC able to clutch that up, and now they're just getting aggressive, trying to push through. Mossman though, trying to just defend, keep him back as CMAC is also able to get Verdi, but Mossman in response able to get Nino. Now Mossman just needs to play his life, trying to just get somewhere onto B site.
Yeah, 14 seconds left now. Verdi able to pick up a kill onto Shakesy. Kraz answering with a kill onto Mossman as well. It's all up to Toxic. Won't be able to find the kill. Relic sliding in, finds one onto Nino, but Kraz is there picking up 2. 3 seconds left now. The reverse sweep on map number 3 for Nicholls State. 2-1 series lead now. SU has to fight back here coming up into Rio Hardpoint.
Yeah, that's a mental breakdown from Shenandoah. I mean, they really had that, you know, a lot of control, right?
Yeah.
And it just really came down to the small kills, just trying to be able to get those trades in their favor, right? But Nicholls State being able to do that, right? Being able to get those trades, I mean, both teams played it pretty well. Towards the end there, it was just a bloodbath, right?
Yeah.
Just 4 down, trying to push up, and then, you know, Shenandoah was just stuck, right?
Yeah.
It felt like. So now we can kind of get that out of the way. Now we have 2 maps that are, I believe, in Shenandoah's favor, and that's Rio and Terminal Search. Rio Hardpoint is typically one that we enjoy the most, and that's actually one of our first Hardpoint picks, right? So just trying to be able to get that going and just clear our minds for that game is going to be extremely important. But then if we happen to win that, which hopefully we do, you know, then it's going to go into that Terminal Search, which I don't think we've seen too much of here, but it's personally one of my favorites. I know it's a couple of our favorites on the team as well. I think, honestly, we do a really good job on that map, so I'm really excited to see how that plays out. But yeah, this is really now just a matter of a mental game, right? Trying to just stay locked in. Of course, we did just get reverse swept, and that's a really tough thing to kind of bounce back from, but not impossible. And it's really just a matter of how can this team, right, regain. Yeah,
and you do get reverse swept, right? Regain, right? You're only down 1 map. It's 2-1. You're on map point, sure, but you're on Rio Hardpoint. You're very good at playing this Hardpoint map. I believe they played it against Mars Hill, so maybe they took a little bit from that map. I can't recall if they did. I think they might have.
Potentially. It was either Mars Hill or it was, I think you're right.
Yeah. I know they played one very, very good team on Rio, so maybe they got some intel and some strategies from that map and from that series, right, that they can take out and put on display here against Nicholls State. But you got to find where CMAC is, right?
Exactly.
Towards the end of map 3, CMAC was just on fire. They could not find where that player was, right? He was everywhere, able to find so many kills onto SU players, and that's inevitably what led to that reverse sweep.
Yeah, I felt like he was just everywhere and everything all at once. I mean, he was just a menace on the map, trying to just have that pressure, and it showed, right? But again, this hard point is really where you can get extremely aggressive. You can get mixy. The spawns are pretty solid, I think. It's a good map, colorful map, pretty map.
It is colorful. It is a very pretty map. I like looking at it.
I love looking at it. But yeah, it's really just trying to, again, get those trades in the favor. I mean, this is where it really comes down to on a small map like this, on a mixy map like this too, right? So we saw that Nicholls State was able to do that on that high rise. Now let's see if Shenandoah is able to do that on this Rio.
Yeah, and the first hardpoint, right, I believe was only 250 to 232.
Yeah.
So a very, very close hardpoint for map 1, right? And Rio is SU's map.
Right.
So they know these angles, they know these holds, and they know how fast these rotations have to be to really get these holds in, like solidified, right, for these caps and these hill takes, right? And yeah, it'll be a game again of finding these rotations and finding this timing, right? But Rio, a little bit closer quarters, right, than some of the other hardpoint maps, right? And that's something that Mossman specifically does really, really well in.
Yeah, and honestly, you know, another thing, I'm not going to use this as an excuse, but this just for those who are interested in Call of Duty, there was a recent update to the game. So the MCW and the Rival, which are the two guns that are currently allowed to be used in official games, those got nerfed. So there's no longer that four bullet kill anymore for that MCW, which it was insane how much damage you would be able to do and even beat against a rival at times at close quarters. So that's no longer a thing. So I played a little bit. It did kind of feel different, of course. There were also attachment changes. One of them being the most commonly used one, which is the DR6 hand stop. It wasn't nerfed too much, but it could be a factor. Maybe it's not feeling as good to some of the AR players that are playing right now. I mean, it's really just, you know, trying to adapt in these environments, right? But this thankfully is more of a sub kind of map, and they didn't really do too much, I believe, in terms of damage to the rival, but in terms of just getting that gun up faster, I think that's what got affected the most, if I'm not mistaken. And it kind of affects gameplay, right? It really just depends on those the milliseconds in between those gunfights, you know, who is able to pull the trigger first and accurately. So that could be a reason that we're not getting in the swing of things, but, you know, it really just depends. You know, all that aside, everyone's feeling those changes right now. So that's not really an excuse, just more of an update for you guys.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of a little bit of a learning curve, right? Because you're used to these 4-shot kills, right? And when you're not bringing those through, you're like, did I miss? Was I aiming correctly? Was that the right thing to be shooting, right? So it is a little bit of a learning curve, right? Especially when you have like these patches, right? With nerfing this damage, it's kind of jarring when you don't get these kills that you usually would get, right? But both teams, like you said, are playing with the same guns, same bit of everything, but finding this adjustment coming into this Rio is going to be huge. I'm looking for players like Relic specifically, because he does very good on this map, holding these points and finding these angles to really deny access for Nicholls State.
And one of the big things too is just being able to rotate. I mean, we did it on Karachi. I felt like we did a pretty good job. And when we did, it was a matter of just, you know, are we able to win those gunfights, right? Sometimes we weren't able to. We got a little bit more games than us now. We got some time, we got some kills throughout this series. So hopefully we're a little bit more ready to get the ball rolling as we are getting into this map for Verdi. Able to get one as CMAC is picking up that kill onto Verdi and is able to get two. Mossman, though, trying to get some sort of coverage as Toxic, able to clean that up, and they get that initial time.
Yeah, CMAC able to find 3, though, in that exchange already. Toxic finding this angle onto Kraz. Won't contest just yet. Verdi able to find one. Toxic able to find one in response as well. Nino as well sliding through. Toxic not able to find that flick fast enough, but Mossman still in position here. 16-0, the contest coming through. Mossman able to find a kill there onto Nino, and now the rotate around, trying to find this kill onto CMAC. Will be able to do so. Now points can come back, flowing into Shenandoah. 10 seconds now. The rotate coming through already onto this PG. Toxic and Verdi able to find a kill. Mossman as well, finding one onto Nino. The trophy coming down onto Hot Dog, and now we can see the hold now for P2 coming through from SU.
Yeah, we see Shenandoah doing a really great job getting that initial time on that P1, not allowing Nicholls State to get a single second, as Shenandoah is now chaining into that P2. Mossman is not getting that time, but does fall as Verdi is not able to pick up that kill. Now we see Nicholls State trying to regain, get some more time left. We got 35 seconds left until the rotates start happening. Verdi trying to team shot as Toxic able to get the pick, does fall to Shakesy as CMAC also gets another pick. Mossman now left alone by himself, potentially in that 1v2 situation, and just needs to try and get some sort of momentum going.
Yeah, Mossman knew where Kraz was, but those peaks coming through, Kraz just barely able to outplay it. Toxic will find the response, however, 14 seconds left on this P2, 35 to 30 now. Toxic now on the swing onto Nino, will be able to pick up the kill and escape with their live Mossman as well, finding the kill on C-Night. Birdie now the flick onto Kraz, will be able to connect. The kill coming through P3 control now in favor of SU.
Yeah, and these rotations are looking really solid. We're starting to spawn towards the backside, which is ideal for this hill. We do see Nino getting a massive pick onto Relic, trying to just break towards this tiles area as Shenandoah is still having control of this P3. Verdi playing his life, and we do get that pick towards that P1 area, that steps area, and that deep pinch is starting to go through, but Toxic able to recognize that. Verdi still playing his life, trying to bob and weave, does finally fall to Shakesy as Relic now just trying to play his life here, trying to get some sort of damage going as Relic able to get one. Can he find the second one though?
The rotate looks away just at the wrong time. Kraz able to find the trade. Toxic as well. Kraz dropping 2 for Nicholls State. 15 seconds left now on this P3. P4 setup already coming through now for SU. Not too worried about this garbage time on this P3, trying to find this rotate. The nade coming through finds Nino, but Mossman as well, Relic as well, finding a kill. Now this first look and this first hold coming through from SU on this P4.
And Verdi has been just chilling in tiles, trying to just hold any cutoff, but they're not responding. They're not getting the bait, as now we see Shakesy starting to go through. Relic though in that 1v1 situation does happen to fall, and Mossman also to Nino. Verdi though just trying to play his life as he's just flying around the map, is able to turn on to C-Mac, but Kraz able to get the massive 2-piece, and now on the side of Nicholls State, potentially going to be going up on this hill here.
And Mossman able to recognize that Kraz is in that kind of head peak area by that railing. Toxic now pushing forward, knows that people are playing around this van, able to pick up 2. Shakesy and Nino will fall, knows now, does not see the one in garage, will get taken out by Kraz yet again. Now 15 seconds left on this P4. Abandoning now is SU. Mossman and Relic able to find kills on this rotation. This P5 setup already looking strong here from SU.
Yeah, and we see that duo already rotating towards New, potentially trying to get some sort of time on hill here. And we are seeing the pinch, the deep pinch actually from Kraz, as they're trying to just clear Verdi out of this spot here. Verdi though able to recognize that the stun got him, able to clean up Kraz, and now we're getting that initial time.
Yeah, Verdi taking out the pistol, finding the kill onto Kraz. C-Mac will find one onto Verdi, but Mossman as well. Relic not fast enough to react on the kill onto C-Mac. C-Mac finding 2. Relic and Toxic dropping on this P5. Verdi now coming through on this contest, able to find Kraz, knocking down the trophy as well. But this possession is heavily in favor of Nicholls State. Relic does not know that C-Mac might be right around that corner. Will not fall, however, able to squeak past through that hallway. Now just hunting, searching to try to find a kill onto anyone here, but with 10 seconds left, unable to find that kill onto Shakesy. The rotate again coming through onto this P1. Mossman has a nice setup, able to find one onto Nino, looking towards those escalators yet again, but unable to find a kill. Trophy coming down now, needs to find C-Mac, won't be able to do so. C-Mac, Shakesy able to regain control of this P1.
And Toxic already on the flank, getting a massive 2-piece. That was a beautiful flank by Toxic. Now he can just lurk, play the lives back here, trying to potentially push spawn, as we now are getting splits, as we see Kraz starting to spawn towards this P3 area. And now we, I believe, have the flip, if I'm not mistaken, as we are starting to get these trades out, keeping this time contested. Oh, but we see C-Max spawning back towards this P2 area though. Relic able to find 2. Verdi now is trying to be proactive and play in the future, play towards this new hill.
Flank from Verdi as well, able to pick up some kills again in favor of SU. Mossman able to answer back onto the kill on Nino there. 10-point difference here moving into this P2. 10 seconds left on this P1. Just trying to soak up any remaining seconds that they can. Mossman able to win out the fight there against Nino. Again, trying to find Shakesy, but Shakesy able to win that one out with the drop shot. Toxic now rotating over. Shakesy finding 2. C-Mac as well, finding one of their own. Toxic able to answer back on a kill onto Shakesy on top of that van, but this P2 control is already set up heavily in favor of Nicholls State.
Yeah, they're just trying to play the life. Oh, Toxic able to clear out the person, getting time. Verdi on the pinch, able to get that pin, and a beautiful break from Shenandoah, and they're still going to be spawning towards this back area. Verdi, though, not fast enough to pick up on that boat. Relic is able to get that trade, and we see Kraz picking up Toxic. Mossman now alone with Relic, trying to just play their lives, get some time, as we are also set up for this new area.
Mossman able to find one onto Kraz, but not the second onto Nino. Nino, I believe, still alive here. Will fall, not quite just yet. Will be finding this rotation, trying to find an angle here onto Relic, but unable to do so. VOD in position to help out and cover the back of their teammate there. 162 to 124, moving over now to this P3, which SU already has control over. The flank again from Relic, able to find Nino in the back. Looking through these escalators yet again. Will rotate over the flick. Craze.
The 360.
Excuse me, able to find. Oh no, Relic won that.
Yeah, and does fall to CMAC as now we're starting to break towards all around the map. MWIII getting aggressive outside of hill. I actually love this aggression, but unfortunately gets stunned, does die. Now we see the side of Nicholls State is getting control, getting some sort of time, but we are still spawning in the back. Toxic able to cause a distraction and able to pick up the remainder of this time, I believe.
Yeah, Toxic now watching these escalators, the stairs. No contest coming through just yet. Nino will slide in, able to find that kill onto Toxic, with MWIII able to regain and re-enter that site, getting control yet again. Shakesy with the rotate. No one now opting to sit on this P3 any longer. Well, Toxic soaking up a little bit of garbage time there. Shakesy able to find the kill, 2 kills in favor of Nicholls State. Now first access onto this P4 for Nicholls State.
Yep, and this is just going to be a flood through this garage area, this red alley area. Shakesy is trying to get the kills as Kraz able to pick up one. CMAC gets the trade, and we're trying to get that pick onto CMAC. CMAC, though, still playing his life, is alive, but does finally fall to VOD, and they are just soaking up a ton of time, and this is where Shenandoah starts to fall and break down, is towards this P4 area. We're typically known to start giving up a little bit of time here, but MWIII on that rotate, able to win that, and I believe we are now starting to win towards this new rotation, and we're trying to get a little bit of scrap time, which is not bad at all.
Yeah, 15 seconds left on this site here. We'll be able to break 200. 1 point now will seal the deal for SU on map number 4. MWIII already finding this rotation. The flip over to Nino will be able to find one. This P5 setup already coming through. The spawns are so far out for Nicholls State. They are going to be able to soak up so much time on this point.
Yeah, and MWIII is the one that saves the day, being able to just play new, try and get control, and just keeping them away as that team kill comes through onto Nino, and Shakesy is able to get 2 for himself as Toxic is able to trade out with his own trophy. VOD able to get that nice kill onto Kraz, and now we're just getting time. We only need close to 30 seconds left, or 20 seconds left, sorry.
Yeah, SU will not be able to win oh, no, they will be able to win off of the site, but not any more. Toxic able to slide into position. Oh, they will be able to win.
They will.
Off of the side. So by 2 seconds, if Nicholls State are able to push them off,
massive pick.
VOD with a huge angle, watching those escalators yet again. VOD as well. Relic. Kraz able to find 2, however, onto this site. Possession now of this P5 heavily in favor of Nicholls State. Relic trying to get aggressive, trying to get that trade, but instead will fall. P1 now. MWIII able to find 1 onto Nino. The trophy coming down already, but Shakesy able to pick up 2 on side of Nicholls State. Only 12 seconds left for SU to put this one away. Relic finding 1 onto Kraz. An absolute laser through the site. MWIII not able to find CMAC.
Oh,
the response so good from CMAC, picking up 2 for Nicholls State.
And this is starting to look really good from the side of Nicholls State as they are just holding them down. VOD try to get aggressive with the flank, doesn't cut it though. Relic trying to get some sort of momentum going, but they are applying so much pressure onto this. Toxic trying to get through, does fall as Relic is able to get that trade, and they're still getting a lot of time here, and they're also set up new. But we do see VOD trying to set up new. This is really proactive from him. Starts to get 1, and now just needs to play his life back here as this is just a big play.
Yeah, CMAC on a 5-man killing spree. The pistol coming out, able to find MWIII as well. This P2, they need to try to win these gunfights, aren't able to do so. P2 control solely in favor of Nicholls State. Someone has to come up huge for the side of SU. Toxic will fall. CMAC going on a killing spree. 30 and 23 is CMAC. This point is going to make or break the series for SU. VOD finding 1 onto Nino. Has to try to find another. Will be able to find another. Toxic as well, finding that trade. Swinging onto Hotza. Not able to find that kill just yet. Nino able to win it. Toxic answering in response. 10 seconds now for Shenandoah to put this map away and force a map number 5. Toxic sliding a deal. But the crew finding 2 for CMAC. MWIII not able to find the response. 6 seconds left between both teams trying to find these angles. 3 people set up on this site for Nicholls State. They will be able to do that, bring that one back. Nicholls State win the series 3-1.
That is a series. That is a heartbreaker. Oh my goodness. I started the dopamine
I know.
was starting to shoot through the roof. I mean, it was just back and forth bloodshed. Verdi started to get that right idea, playing towards that new area, right?
Yeah.
And then tries to help out towards the P1 side, which I commend. I understand, you know, you're trying to get, you know, these people off the time, but if he played his life back there, maybe he would have netted 1 or 2 kills and they just wouldn't have realized it, right? I mean, man, that is a close map. And honestly, Nicholls State brought that back in beautiful fashion. They were down quite a lot. And I think it was actually exactly when I talked about it was that P4, right? I mean, we could talk about that a little bit, right? They just had so much control. Everyone was spawning back towards P3, right? And, I mean, that's a lot of time just to get from there to even an engagement, right? So there was a lot of pressure that was applied. But, man, it was a close game.
Yeah, that was a very intense ending to map for the Nicholls State. Able to bring that one back. It looked all SU favored, but they just weren't able to pick up those crucial kills towards the end there. Like you said, Birdie, falling on that early rotation onto that P2, just trying to get some ticks back in their favor. But Nicholls State, props to them. They played that map beautifully towards the end there. CMAC breaking 30 kills, I believe, on that map as well, going absolutely insane for Nicholls.
I mean, both hard points were just pretty close, right? I mean, that's kind of what you love to see in these moments, right, is just being able to have close games, knowing like, man, you know, if we had done something a little bit different, like we easily would have just won. I mean, again, hats off to Nicholls State. They did a beautiful job being able to really regain. I mean, they set the tempo off of map 1. Of course, high-rise search, that's kind of was more my comfort map mode, I mean. You know, again, I feel like we're a pretty solid search and destroy team, but then once you start getting towards that control, you know, I mean, it looked really solid. We were up 2 rounds, and all we needed was 1 more, and Nicholls State was able to come back together. You know, CMAC able to make some big plays. I mean, I felt like he was probably the star player of this entire series, and so hats off to CMAC if you're watching. Yeah,
CMAC indeed, just playing out of his mind. That cruise missile as well.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Insanely clutch for Nicholls State, right? Because that single-handedly won them that map 4, right? Finding 2 on that cruise missile was unbelievable. Nothing SU can really do about that one. They have to sit on that site, right? And if they move, they lose. If they don't, they die. It's hard to really gauge what you should do in that situation when you have such a close map 4 within 6 seconds on either side, and that cruise missile is coming through. You just have to make a decision. They decided to stay. Didn't work out in their favor, but yeah, good showing.
I mean, they only lost by 6 seconds on that map. I mean, how close can it really get at that point? Right? I mean, it is just maybe a couple gunfights here and there, but again, like Nicholls State really started to regain towards that second rotation, I believe towards that P3 time, and just play for the rotates, play for the control. I mean, they did a really solid job all, you know, throughout the entire series. So congratulations on moving on to the next part of the bracket, and I believe Shenandoah is now officially over in terms of NACE Call of Duty.
Yeah. Top 16 though. Not bad. This is the best placement that this squad has had so far in the NACE League. So overall, not too bad of a season here coming through from the Hornets Call of Duty squad. Love to see more action, right? I believe we do have some Smash Bros later on.
I believe so.
I don't know if it's this week or possibly next week for LCQ.
Right.
But nevertheless, stay tuned, of course. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.
Street, and Nino is through. Big fight here. Nino is able to win that as Toxic also goes down, getting a 4 down.
Will fall. Now Verdi on the flank, able to answer back onto Nino as well. Kraz, however, will get the pick on to Verdi. No one on this P3 just yet, but Nicholls State.
And CMAC is able to actually get 1 onto Relic, and Mossman is there for the cleanup.
P4 here, where they are rotating over to try to get control over Mossman, able to find 1 on the CMAC. Relic as well
that's
onto
good.
Nino. That is control now of this P.
This new site as C-Mac does go down. Now we have 20 seconds.
Relic as well finding Kraz. Good hold on to this P4 now. The 3 seconds now. Mothman has to try to get on the site. Will be unable to do so. A close
Down to Nino, and now it's a 2v1 situation, and they get
and
it.
then rotating back around that side wall. Not getting too aggressive, not from SU.
I believe C-Mac is going to pick that up. Yep, right there. And that's probably maybe one thing that we could have done a little different.
Find the angle to try to find this plant. Birdie recognizes the rotation, will be able to win the gunfight.
Nicholls stay in a 1v3 situation. Kraz, the only place that they could go at this moment is A. And Mossman able to pick that up. The window's shattered. They know that he's there. Now we're looking for Kraz. And Kraz is able to get taken out. Mossman playing extreme.
1v4 situation now for Toxic. Found 2 in the last one. Nowhere Shakesy. No, another angle just in case. And that's just a timing diff right there. Relic, however, possibly able to pick up this kill onto C-Mac. Not just yet. Will be able to finish it off with the C-Mac. Able to find the kill onto Verdi. However, that is not what you wanted to see if you are SU. Toxic, however, possibly finding this angle onto C-Mac. Will be able to pick up the kill.